I want to apologize. A number of these films that I've been reviewing recently are late reviews. I meant to get them out sooner, but things just happen. And it's like suddenly it goes from this date and suddenly a month has passed. You're like, wait, where'd it go? So I do apologize for not getting some of these out sooner, but I still wanted to give my reviews because I think they're interesting films and you may find them interesting as well, especially today's film, which is called Insidious Inferno, which is brought to us by director Calvin Maury McCarthy, who also wrote this story about Andre and Monica, who are a couple who are, they're dealing with some of their own inner demons and such in their own past. And that past is brought to the surface for Monica when she inherits her family home. And while she doesn't want anything to do with the home, Andre thinks that they could flip it and sell it for a nice price. So they end up going out to the home to help try to oversee repairs and get it done and sold. Well, once they're out there, Monica starts to act strangely. We watch how she descends further and further as something seems to be taking her over, and not just the bad memories she has from living in this house and taking care of her sick father, who they have a really sordid history between one another. Andre, on the meanwhile, is dealing with a very strict inspector who keeps telling him that he's doing things wrong for flipping the house. And to complicate matters further, there's a blind woman roaming the woods named Mary who is telling Andre, you best get Monica out of the house before she does some nasty things because that place is just bad. And we see how all of this gets mixed up and comes to a very nasty head in Insidious Inferno. This is a psychological horror film that's got decent gore effects and makeup effects, but most of all, it is a slower burn horror. So I'm going to tell you that right now, and I don't say that as a negative, but some of you out there looking for more action in your horror films may be looking at your clock waiting for the action to happen. Now, don't get me wrong, it opens with a very disturbing scene that pretty much sets the tone and the atmosphere for the rest of the movie. When you watch it, you're like, what the hell did I just watch in the first 30 seconds? And it does come around and make sense, but I loved that. I loved how it just opens with this just batshit crazy opening that you're just like, what? And then as we learn more about Andre, we learn that he has a bit of a history himself. And Monica, of course, as she's at the family home, we learn more about her. And watching her performance, Stephanie Leet plays Monica. We've seen her in Pillow Party Massacre, as we did also see Neil Green, who plays her husband Andre. We've seen them in that film as well. We reviewed earlier, I believe, this year. Different tone of film completely here, but still excellent performances, especially by Stephanie. Watching her descend into more and more of this madness played really well. You feel that tension, that weight that she carries first by, those childhood memories and the just memories of dealing with her dad. And watching that darkness grow inside her is definitely attributed to Stephanie's character, because this is a character-driven piece. While you do get gore and wonderful makeup effects that look visceral and they're effective, they're not excessively used, but where they are used, yeah, really well done. And when you're talking to Mary, who's played wonderfully by China Ray Schertz, and I hope I pronounced that right. She does wonderful as this mysterious woman in the woods, this blind woman. Got a creepy yet charismatic angle to her. You really got some mystery, this mysterious cloud around her of who exactly she is and why she is the way she is. And I love that mystery and how it's never quite completely explained. And I like that. I like the mysteriousness of that and the mysteriousness of exactly what's going on. Even when you get the explanation, you get it in enough ways so it can be, subject to a bit of interpretation, I think, quite a bit. Now, I didn't quite like how it ended, though I knew where they were going with it, and the only reason is because of bleak endings are very popular in horror films, especially more modern horror films. So I would have liked a little bit of a different ending, but at the same time it made sense within the context of the film, even if it did feel a bit abrupt after going on this slowly burning, ever increasing building insanity that is in Insidious Inferno. So most of the production is really well done. Audio and the look and camera work and all of that is very well done for, especially for an indie film. And yeah, I enjoyed this movie. I didn't think I would. And at first I'm like, oh, it's going to be a bit of a slow burn, but I was intrigued by these characters, and I believe you will be too, especially if you like your slow burn psychological horror. So there you have it. Please, if you have seen Insidious Inferno, let me know. Leave your constructive comments down below. I believe it's out now for consumption as well. Put as much information as I always do in the body of this video. And thank you so much. I hope all of you are doing wonderful out there, having a safe but fun time during this holiday season. I thank you for your support. And until next time, remember, keep that ticket stub.